Yeah. Another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. We in there like swimwear. You know what it is. Getting it popping out here. Episode 118. I'm excited for this one. This one's about to be fantastic. You're about to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. It's going to help you with your life. And along the way, we're going to have some fun. Let's start the show. Yeah. Yo, you know what it is. Another episode of that Victory Talk podcast, episode 118. Come on, man. We've been doing this. We've been doing 118th episode. You would think by now I'd be able to start on time. But it's getting worse. It's actually been getting worse. Pat Riley once said, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So if you're getting worse, you must be getting really worse. It must be getting really bad. We're going to get it together. You know who was here on time is, you know what I'm saying, my co-host / producer, Nima, you know what I'm saying, straight out the Middle East. The beast from the Middle East.
It's good to be back. Another episode.
Come on, man. Let's go, man. And also, you know, we got riding shotgun. Man in the comments is my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Minovia. You're saying she out here. Did it play? Oh, it didn't play. This one. This just the sound effects just stopped working. Now they're all working at once. This shit went haywire. Let me just try it again. My girlfriend, man in the comments, all right, making sure that the haters get kicked out, you know, banned, banished, exiled indefinitely. All right, she's excited. She got an itchy trigger finger, guys, man. She sees something she don't like, you out of here for life. We kicking you off of YouTube. That's how that works. All right. Hey, Nima, this may come as a surprise to you.
Oh,
yeah. But we got some sponsors.
No way. It took 108.
Yeah, we got some sponsors. The first sponsor is the newsletter, Big Money Methods. You know what I'm saying? The sound effects sound crazy. You know what? I haven't turned this computer off in months. That's why it doesn't know what to do with itself. Excuse me. All right, Big Money Methods. All right, this is a newsletter that shows you methods on how to make big money. So it's 100% free. All you got to do is there's a link in the description. Put your email in there.
It's the first link, guys.
Click that link. Put your email here. Hit this button that says subscribe. All right, and then for free, you're gonna get twice a week emails on articles to help you make big money, man. You know what I'm saying? Boom, how to burn fat 23 hours straight. Psst, you don't know how to do that. That's written by one of my top sales guys, Chris. He's super fit, super in great shape, making a lot of money for himself and his family. Then you got me, man. Shit, man. Trading time and money scam and how to avoid it. You don't even know what it is, but you can find out when you click that link. And then the homie Scene, He wrote an article on NFTs, man. You know what I'm saying? I call them Scene because that's how it's spelled phonetically. All right. If you wanted to be called Sean, he should have spelled it with a W. All right. You know what I'm saying? The way Jay-Z does. But you know, it's Scene. Fuck what you heard. This is America. It's America. All right. Nima. And but if that weren't it, you know, we also got our second sponsor. Second sponsor is a Thot repellent, right? This is the easy to apply spray that'll keep the hose away. Yeah, when you start balling and shot calling, when you really start balling, making a lot of money, building your money muscle mindset, because you've been watching so many episodes of Victory Talk. And then, God forbid, you hit the link in the description, joined our free Discord, and then you were soaking up all the game we have in there. You know, I'm in there every day, giving some game out. I go live in there for the Victinators. That's the members, the Victinators. And I got free courses in there. I got a free course to help you get ripped. It's called Direct Hit. I used to sell it for $200 back in the day. You get it for free in the Discord, right? Because I'm already like, what's the word? Fucking rich, right? So I don't need your money, homie. I don't need your money no more. You go ahead, download that course. It's super good, man. It's super good. I put a lot. It's kind of like Insanity by Sean T. Pause. It's kind of like Insanity, but like way more insane and heterosexual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's cool. That's cool. Hey, shout out to Sean T, man. He did his thing. He made a lot of inroads for his community. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the straight Sean T. It's like Insanity. No Diddy. No. It's like Insanity. No Sean T. All right. Shout out to Sean, man. He trailblazer, And anyway, but my shit is better and it's free. It's free. It's 100% free. You know what I'm saying? And this if you haven't seen this is a yoga. This is a yoga session in here. It's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. All right. And I got a free course in there called the Baller Mindset. Right? It's the best course on getting money on the internet. All right. And it's free. It's better than any course you had to pay for about money and mindset. It's really good. Chat. If you've been through the course or even started it, let these motherfuckers know how good Baller Mindset is. All right. It's free. Go download that. And once we get to 20,000 members, once 20,000 Victinators are in the Discord, I'm gonna drop a free sales course. Yeah, free course all about sales. Because I've done millions of dollars of one-on-one sales myself, and I built sales teams and ran sales teams that have done multiple 8 figures for me and for other people, like some influencers that I don't want to say their names because I don't need the accolades, just the money. And I helped them build sales teams and ran their sales teams too. I'm really good at it. And I'll put out the free sales course. All right, for the Victinators. Once we get to 20,000 Victinators in the Discord. Now here's the thing: once you get all that game, you're gonna be in great shape from Direct Hit, rip, shredded, right? You're gonna be balling from the Baller Mindset. You're gonna be so good at sales and persuasion from the sales course. You're gonna be doing fucking Jedi mind tricks on motherfuckers, man. Because you'll know all my persuasion tactics. You'll be like fucking a Jedi and shit. These hoes gonna be all over you, man. To the point where you'll need Thot repellent because there'll be too many hoes on your nuts. Right now, your problem is, how do I get girls? Once you start balling, once you get your money, muscle, and mindset together, then it's gonna be like, yo, how do I get all these girls away from me? No más chicas, por favor. No más culo, por favor. No más. No más. No más cula. Culo. Too much culo. You ever had that problem? That's the kind of problem you're gonna have. Then you're gonna need Thot repellent, right? Because some of this culo is attached to women who are Thots instead of women who are like good women, good church going women, or mosque going women, Nima. Whatever, women who will help lift you up instead of women who would tear you down. We've seen a lot of our comrades fall victim to these thoughts. We've seen it many times. You saw what happened. You saw what Fresh went through last month. All right. You saw how that happened. He almost gave birth. He almost had the last dragon. You saw how my man entered the dragon, almost didn't get out. You know what I'm saying? But if he had thought repellent, he wouldn't have to worry about that. How they get our comrades, the Tate brothers, they got some hoes to lie on them, some thoughts, right? Had they had this, man, they wouldn't have had it. That wouldn't happen to them. You know what I'm saying? Tom motherfucking Brady, his wife cheated on him with a karate teacher. He had to give her millions of dollars, right? Had these brothers had thought repellent, they wouldn't have to worry about it. That's why we put this together. All right. Nima and a bunch of Iranian scientists stopped working on the weapons of mass destruction for a minute to work on this. We got them to use their powers for good. All right. And it's genetically engineered to keep the thoughts away, but the good women will be unaffected, right? But if a thought tries to infiltrate your perimeter, she might go into convulsions, start seizing up, looking like she having an epileptic seizure, right? You can spray it directly on a thought if they get too close. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like if you see a bug in the crib, or you can spray it around your crib. You know what I'm saying? This is real shit. This is real shit. So you're gonna need this, man. And this is a real product that's coming out. When is it gonna be out, Nima?
Around 80 days, I would say.
Yeah, like some between 72 and 87 days, somewhere in that range. This is gonna come to market. We did be doing the research. We got it. We got FDA approval, and it's coming out. It's not going to be this big. It's not going to be the pulse. I mean, it's not going to be this size, right? This is just a prototype, right? Maybe we'll have like for the big ballers. Maybe you might need one this big. You know what I'm saying? You might need to walk. We might have to get a holster for the real ballers. Then you can start spraying out like a fucking spaghetti western. You might have to break it out and spray a hoe, you know. But we're gonna have smaller sizes, like the size of a cologne. This way you can spray it on yourself wherever you want to go, man. You know what I'm saying? Be careful wearing it around your family, because some of, stands to reason, some of your family members are thoughts. I don't know if maybe your mom, your sister, you might not even know until you come around there wearing the thought repellent, and next thing you know, she goes into a seizure. It's like, oh shit, my mama's a hoe. I won't have that problem, but I don't know what's gonna happen to y'all. So just be careful wearing this around family events. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a real product. Here's the theme song, just so you know it's real. This is the theme song. I think we're gonna go with this one. Only gonna play one. This is the theme song for thought repellent. Check it out. Here you go. All your super chats go to the right page.
Bitches be tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Hoes never act right.
Never act right.
Gotta stop the thoughts fucking up your life.
Gotta stop them.
There are some good women.
There's some.
But some of them are not.
That's right. Some of them are not.
That's why you need repellent.
This brother's speaking the truth.
To keep away the thoughts. You need that repellent. Keep away the thoughts, to keep away the thoughts, to keep away the thoughts. You need that repellent.
All your super chats go towards development of
keep away the thoughts, to keep away the thoughts, to keep away the thoughts, to keep away the thoughts.
What they do, brother?
They take you off your grind.
What else?
Spend all of your cash. Take up all your time.
All your time?
All you get is ass. Just a spray will keep thoughts away. Spray it on your face. Spray it on your crotch. Cause you need that repellent to keep away the thoughts.
What you need?
You need that repellent.
gonna save the. We're gonna do God's
keep
work.
away the thoughts, to keep away the thoughts. You need that repellent, that repellent to keep away the thoughts, to keep away the hoes that got OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Keep away the hoes with 8 baby dads. Bitches with purple hair, no money in the bank. Bitches who try to fuck even though that pussy stank. You need that repellent, keep away the thoughts.
Where's my
keep away
granny?
the thoughts. To keep
Where the
away
fuck is
the
my
thoughts.
granny?
You need that repellent to keep
This
away
ain't the song of the year. What is?
thoughts, to keep away the hoes that got OnlyFans. Keep away the hoes with 8 baby dads. You need that repellent.
Yeah, that's the theme song, y'all. That's the theme song. So all your super chats gonna go towards that. And I think there's some heroes who have already contributed to that repellent that I think they need to be acknowledged. I think they need to be acknowledged.
We have Davos. Yo, big bro, are you aiming for the billion? If so, do you think you can do it through HTT? Thanks for all the game, G.
What's going on, man? Hey, thank you, Davos. Listen, 2 things. 1, I don't tell people my goals because I read Malcolm X's autobiography when I was like 16, and I don't really remember much that was in it, right? Because that was 25 years ago. But I do remember this. There was one point where he said, never tell people what your goals or your plans are unless they're involved in them, because that way, if you fail or change your mind, nobody knows. Nobody knows what happens. That's why my life looks like an unbroken boulevard of green lights. It looks as if I just can't lose. But the truth is, I fail all the time like everyone else. I just don't fail in public because no one knows I was trying to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on mad shit now that y'all won't know about. So I'm not going to tell you what my goals are. I will say that high ticket trainer is not a $1 billion business, right? So you got to think, when you get into a business, you got to understand what the limitations to those businesses are, right? This guy was hitting me up. I ran into this guy at the airport. He was a fan. Yo, Big Brandon Carter, I've been watching you my whole life. You helped me with everything. I was like, I know, son. How can I help you? You know what I'm saying? And I know my son. How can I help you? And he said, man, I'm trying to learn how to. I'm trying to scale my business, man. Give me some tips. Well, what's your business? He said, oh man, I'm a barber. I'm like, listen, man, you can't scale you can't scale cutting hair. That shit ain't scalable. You can make a lot of money doing it. You have to raise your price. I gave some tips on how to raise his price, but there is a ceiling on certain businesses, right? Even if you had a whole barber shop, right? And I go over this in a baller mindset. Like you might have to elevate, you might have to change things in order to scale sometimes, right? So when there's a cap on certain things. So if you're just a barber, you might reach the cap on that. Then it's like, okay, let me start my own barber shop. Boom. All right. Then you'll be able to make more money with that, but there's still a cap there. And you probably have to switch businesses for different income brackets, right? So after you max out the barbershop shit, then it's like, okay, maybe I need to have a chain of barbershops, right? It's franchise this shit. Negro cuts. Like super cuts, but Negro cuts. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, right? But it could be is something, you know what I'm saying? And you can start franchising that. And that could be a $1 billion business, but you can't be a $1 billion barber. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think. So HTT is an 8-figure business, but I do not think it's a 9 or 10-figure business. No, sir. I do not. And then you just gotta understand, like, there comes a point with money where there's like the marginal utility does not go up, right? So anybody who, I remember a long time ago, I was saying, man, what I got to do to be a billionaire? I was talking to one of my mentors. He said, I don't know, bro. Would you really be talking about trying to be a billionaire if you had like $10 million liquid, right? Would you like, what would you want to do that you would with $1 billion that you can't do with 10? It's like, right? Because when you get $1 billion, then you start doing dumb shit like rocket ships and shit. It's like, what the fuck? Why, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? So you just keep that in mind with all your businesses. But you know, in the baller mindset course, I talk about how to scale different things and how you can scale up. But you're gonna have to reinvest. You got to invest in money and skills for each level. And then in the baller mindset course, it shows you how to move up the different levels in the hierarchy. You know, it's an amazing course and it's free in the Discord. What else we got?
We have Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Without getting into too much detail, I took a risk and now I'm 20K in credit card debt. I work 70 hours a week. It's not cutting it though. How do I improve my hourly rate? I make $20 an hour right now.
My man went 20K into debt. I don't know what happened. He took a risk. Here's how I feel about borrowing money. I kind of only borrow money for shit that's going to make me money. You know what I'm saying? And I got to be pretty certain of it. But that gives you leverage. And we talk about that in the baller mindset course because we talk about building credits. And in fact, the baller mindset course is all like the main thesis is increasing your hourly rate. You know what I'm saying? And I go into more detail. It'd be difficult for me to make a fair assessment of your situation without knowing the detail, right? However, I would say the lesson you got there is like, listen, man, only borrow money for shit that's going to make you money. For example, I took a loan for $250,000 like at the end of last year. The bank just offered it me like, man, you want some money? I was like, yeah, I'll take that. And because loans are tax free, which is kind of cool. And I invested that into ads for our business. And I know historically we get between the average is probably a 3x return on ad spend. And so that means, you know, every dollar I put in, I get $3 back. So if I know I have a track record of being able to do that, then take that money, put it in ads. Next thing you know, I'm balling harder, pay back use that money for the ads, pay back the loan. Yo, I did it on some gangster shit too, right? What I did was I took the money, but I did the ads on credit cards, used the loan to pay off the credit cards. Right. This way I got the points on the credit cards. I got the Amex points with the bank's money, and I can use those points for anything. You know, you can use those points for gadgets, shit like that. It's super dope. Oh, but I digress. What do you do? So he already works 70 hours a week. All right. So damn, I had a video on improving your hourly rate. Right. You know the name of that video? Because that would probably help this brother. Because it'd be difficult for me to give you a detailed plan without the details of your problems. You know, yeah, check that video. Nima's gonna put that in there for you because it's all about improving your hourly rate, and you're probably gonna have to improve your skill set or something. You know, I don't know what risk you took, man. But you know, when you lose, don't lose the lesson. You know what I'm saying? Remember that when you lose, don't lose the lesson. You know, experience is the best teacher. You know, and you got what you did was, man, you got $20,000 worth of experience, man. And I feel you. I took a risk and I lost $100K last year. May never see it again. It be like that sometimes. You know. Another lesson for you is when you assess risk, you got to always think. This is what I was thinking when I take a risk. It's like, what's the very worst that can happen? I mean, the absolute worst. And I don't try to make it better. I like the worst that can happen, right? I really think about that. Then I say, okay, can I deal with it? If I can't deal with it, then fuck it. You know, if I can handle it, then it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like for when I took the 100K risk, I was like, yeah, I can deal with it. You know, it wouldn't be, it's not cool to lose 100K if I do, but I'll be fine. My family be fine. This time next year, I might not even remember that shit happened, you know? And so I took it, right? And then the third step is how, if you decide to take the risk, is what can you do to prevent the worst from happening, right? So take precautions, have backup plans, plan Bs, contingency plans for that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of lessons there, Patrick. You know, don't feel bad about yourself. You ain't the first motherfucker to lose that shit. And I'm glad you're looking for solutions, though. I'm glad you ain't just crying like a bitch, because I've seen that shit happen. I'm glad you're looking for solutions. And we all take L's, man. We all take L's, and it sucks, but it's part of it. Like if you read, not this one, but another book by Ray Dalio, he lost billions. He went broke, had to borrow money from his father-in-law, his wife's dad, to restart his hedge fund. Now he's one of the richest men in the world, right? Losses are part of it, you know. Principles by Ray Dalio. I think you should probably read that. Or The Obstacle is the Way by the big homie Ryan Holiday, you know. All right, let's get one more in before we bring Young Candlestick on to talk about these markets.
We have the noble one.
Mm-hmm.
That repellent slays dragons now. Thanks, Nima.
Hey, man, come on. Shout out to the noble one. All right. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my effects. That was a crazy delay. Hey, let's bring in Young Candlestick to talk about the market recap. All right, we out here with our market technician, Young Candlestick, Romulus's Padawan apprentice. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Yo, man, listen. On Tuesday, Romulus told us to get out of
Celsius.
He said it's over.
Yeah.
He said it's over.
We'll talk about Celsius. We're going to get to that. Brandon,
right.
You had a really good conversation about risk earlier with Patrick. That's a really, really valuable lesson. And we're going to talk about that today.
All right.
But I first want to talk about GameStop, because I get asked about GameStop a couple dozen times a day. And so I wanted to talk about Roaring Kitty's position. So this is an article from CNBC. And basically, Roaring Kitty has this massive ass GameStop position. He was one of the first people to get into the GameStop squeeze. Do you know how big his position is, Brandon?
It's like, how many millions does he got?
$262 million
of one trade.
Over $250 million in just one trade.
And he's still holding.
He's still holding.
What's wrong with this guy?
He actually bought more.
What is wrong with this guy?
I respect just having that amount of wealth and that much conviction.
It was started with like 50 grand, right?
I don't even know what he started with, but this comes back to the risk tolerance. You know, if you accept the risk up front, you deserve all of the rewards. So you got to ask yourself, okay, can I handle this type of drawdown? Because GameStop, it's either going to go to the moon, it will squeeze, or it's going to go bankrupt. There's like almost no in between. There's no in between.
It's billions of body bags.
Exactly. You know, anything could happen, but you know, the way that, you know, if you're going to trade GameStop or, you know, be a part of the GameStop won't stop ape movement, you know,
what's the ticker for the GameStop?
GME. Okay. So basically what's going on though, is we've got a big high right over here, 64.83, a low, a lower high, and we have a higher low that's forming. So we might actually tighten.
Anything can happen, right?
Anything can happen. But if we break out from this pennant to the upside, watch the volume. If the volume's going up, you will see a squeeze. The thing is, though, is that this company has trash fundamentals. They did raise a bit of cash. Romulus noted that they're going to dump it on the shareholders, and they did. That's what this big red candlestick is.
Yeah, they just sold.
Yeah.
They sold a bunch of stocks. Yeah.
You know, I don't know which way GameStop's going to go.
Was he up $1 billion that day?
He was at 900 million. At this point in time. Yeah, I know. Didn't sell anything.
Like how much do you want? Like how much is he trying to make off this? You know what I'm saying? Like what amount of profit? What amount of profit would be is acceptable for him?
I know exactly. That's what I was thinking. Fun fact: I actually used to stream live on YouTube, and one of my biggest streams was streaming the GameStop squeeze. It has over 23,000 views, and it was super hype. And I bought call options. I had some shares. It was just a normal trade for me. I trailed up my stop like a normal trader. So you enter, you buy, and then what you do is you set your stop loss. How much you're willing to
stop
lose,
loss, man, and
just trail up your stop loss. It's super simple. Like what? How much more do you want? Like that was the squeeze.
How much more do you want, bro?
Exactly. 900 million. Maybe like the psychological number. Maybe he's trolling. I don't know. But dude's a savage. Either way, it's really
nothing but respect for Mr. Kitty.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? None but respect.
That amount of wealth is very respectable.
Yeah, in what, 3 years?
Oh my gosh. So either way, GameStop.
You watched the movie?
I actually haven't seen the movie. I was interviewed by a few people from like sports centers and stuff, like my take on the GME squeeze. But
Sports Center, like Stephen A. Smith?
They're like interviewing like stock traders for like sports and stuff. It was crazy. It wasn't on ESPN. It was a while ago. I'll have to get you the details on that. But either way, GME, crazy stuff. I just find the GameStop movement interesting. Type in the chat if you're like bullish GameStop or if you're part of the 8 movement, because why not invest in like a healthcare stock that could like cure cancer or like?
Well, not because it's like, it's FOMO.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, they want to be a part of the movement. They don't want to miss the rally. I just treat it like any other trade. I would say if you're gonna invest in GameStop, just use like blackjack money, like really small investments. Actually, one way that I'm trading GameStop is actually buying 100 shares. That's the most amount of risk I'm willing to take. So about $3,000. And you get the covered calls are really high in premium. You can get about 10% a week selling out of the money covered calls, literally like 10% a week. So you
what are they doing for cash secured puts?
Cash secured puts. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get assigned on something like this. The covered calls are really, really juiced up, like the call options. You can go out to June 21st and take a look at this. The 125 strike call is paying out $65 or 65 cents in premium. So that means if GameStop goes to $125 a share from here, that would be over 150%, and you get paid an additional $65. So the covered call premiums are really high. That's the only way that I'm trading GameStop. It's an interesting way to cash flow it, but I'd be totally cool if it went to zero.
For what time frame? How far out?
Basically, I'm just doing it each and every week. I'm just going to sell like the 33 strike covered call, sell the 35. I would be happy to sell anywhere in this lower high zone, like 35 to 40, because it is a trash company. Roaring Kitty's name is Deep Fucking Value, which is hilarious because GameStop has no value.
Yeah, that's his Reddit name, right?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, his Reddit name. So either way, really, really interesting. All right. Now let's talk about some real companies. Apple. So this is a really sexy breakout on Apple. I want to buy an iPhone now. I want to switch over from the Google.
Because when you text me with that green shit, I'll be like, fuck, man. And it don't show up. It don't show up on my computer when you text me, so I'll be missing it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Now I definitely have to switch. But either way, I want to teach you guys a little bit about the ADX indicator. This is called the average directional index. And this is like a trend strength indicator. It tells you how strong or weak trends are. And it can tell you if a stock is going to range expand or if it's going to contract and wiggle in a tight zone. And so when the ADX is downtrending or selling off, or if it's underneath the level of 30, stock prices tend to consolidate or chop around. That's really valuable information because if you're an option seller, you can collect cash flow as stocks go sideways.
This indicator is called the ADX.
Yep, the ADX indicator.
Is it on TradingView?
It should be. It should be. I have not confirmed it, but it should be.
All right.
What's cool about the ADX too is that when it trends up, and especially when it gets above 30, then you can start to see price action start to break out. And you can even see, like right here, there's a little bit of a breakout on the ADX, and Apple starts to shoot up. So that can be a hint that, hey, if you're a directional trader, maybe you can go long shares, maybe you can buy call options, and that's where you can, get paid. You can also see a breakout on volume as confirmation. So the ADX indicator, it's not perfect as with any indicator.
ADX, huh?
Yeah, average directional index. If you have the ability to get it, the congestion index has no lag, but that's just some like nerdy CMT shit.
Oh, I see it on TradingView.
Oh, excellent.
Average,
So,
was average day range?
Average directional index.
Oh, my fault. I'm tripping. Average yeah, they got
directional
it. They got
index.
it.
It's kind of similar to like an ATR, which measures past price volatility, but it's just cool to know or have an idea if a stock is going to kind of chop around or if it's going to move and trend really well.
So when it's over 30, it's looking good.
Yeah, it's usually going to likely continue. Like if it breaks out, it's likely going to continue. Does it have to? No, anything can happen. But it can help confirm breakouts or it can help deny breakouts. So let's say price breaks out, but ADX is downtrending. That breakout might fail. So that's another way to look at it.
All right. I'm gonna start looking at that.
Fun little.
It only works on. Does it work on every time frame?
Yeah, it should work on every time frame. Obviously, the higher the time frame, the better. The lower the time frame, it might not. It might just be noisy. Prices might just be like flopping around. Algos will be fighting each other, going back and forth. So
all right.
I got a few other videos and stuff in the courses and stuff with the Legion too. So that's another thing. That's another resource that we can use. So overall, Apple breaking out. Let's get into CELH. I actually bought some today. Bought some this morning on
some Celsius today.
Yeah, I bought some Celsius over 61.
Romulus said it was over, so you got a different take on this.
Yeah, basically, I think it's a good, if you're a trader, a short-term bounce is very likely. It might not get back up to like 80 or 90, but I do think over a few weeks and months, it could get into the mid 70s. We are beneath the 200-day moving average though. So that might be that it might hit its head around that area. It might bonk its head from the bottom side. So that is something to consider. If the ADX starts to break out, and we do have a hammer candlestick too. We're oversold. We have a hammer candlestick. Generally, that does mean that we could do like what's called a morning star reversal. That's where you have a big ass bearish candlestick. You've got a hammer candlestick. And if we form a big bullish green candlestick, that's a bullish reversal. And it could potentially get up to, the first real resistance, a good profit target would be 73. But yeah, Romulus did note, just watch out because this was a drop, bear flag, drop, little bear pennant, drop, bear pennant, drop. So just watch out. Those can be lots of areas of resistance, a lot of gunk.
Yeah, if it tries to go up. Okay.
Yeah. So if we could recruit all the apes and the GameStop buyers, Celsius could squeeze probably better than GameStop.
I didn't sell it, Hey,
there you go.
I didn't sell.
Yeah, you're a true investor too. And a lot of different analysts have different price targets. Morningstar is pretty bearish on it. They think it's like down here at like 40, but some analysts say, 85 is a good price target. So if you're an investor, that can be an area to sell covered calls on with a long expiration date. That way you get some cash.
Get some cash.
Yeah, get some cash.
Get some cash.
Cool. So we talked about GameStop, Apple. Broad market it's bullish. It's in an uptrend. It's kind of a bit extended to the upside. That's pretty much it. It's just chilling. SPY's just relentless.
So what does the ADX tell you right there? Like you know what I'm saying?
The ADX really doesn't say too much. It says chop. So SPY's probably not going to go up too much or down too much. Basically, it's saying we're not going to have like some crazy breakout to SPY 560, but we're probably not going to sell off crazily down to like 520.
Why does it tell you that? Like what numbers are telling you that?
Yeah, just because we're beneath the 30 level, we're still in a downtrend on the ADX. If the ADX starts to really break out of this downtrend and SPY starts to break out, then we could start moving a little bit more in a vertical fashion.
Right, but that because it's an inverse, because the ADX is inverse, that doesn't tell you anything.
It's a trend strength indicator, so it's kind of like the RSI, but a little bit different. It just
so it's a trend strength. It's not like the RSI, right?
It's not like the RSI. It's like a trend strength. So it's telling us whether we're going to be range bound or if we're going to be expanding that range. There is a little bit of a lag on it versus the congestion index does not. That's another indicator, but Thinkorswim doesn't get it.
Got it.
SPY, nothing too much crazily going on. NVIDIA finally got its stock split. Since we've been talking about it, NVIDIA has been up about 28%.
When was the split?
The split was, first of all, it's 10-1, and it was on June 10th. June 10th. Yeah. So it's only been 3 days.
Yeah. But look at that. Look at what it did that one day.
That's just like a crazy wick. If you zoom in, that wick wasn't really made. That's like a dark pool shenanigans type of candle.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
Serious stuff going on behind the scenes on that day. So NVIDIA is nice and strong. If NVIDIA could come back to like 96, that's a buy for me. And I'm going to buy NVIDIA and I'm going to buy
96.
More NVDY, that is.
Okay. Would you sell on a down day? Would you sell covered calls at 96? Covered
cash secured puts.
Cash secured puts. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say if it's oversold, so you'd kind of want to wait for the RSI to get oversold. Notice the ADX is beast mode to the upside, so it's still kind of in like a power up trend. So it might not sell off for a while. That could change very quickly, but essentially, look, ADX is kind of like trending lower. You get that consolidation on NVIDIA, so that's just something to look at. If I were going to sell puts, I would wait for it to at least drop to like 114.60. Then you could sell like the 96 strike cash secured puts.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are the main stocks that I want to cover, especially GME with that extreme YOLO position.
Yeah, that's intense.
It's a savage. I love it. Do you have any stocks, Brandon? Are there any super chats for stocks?
Oh, are there any super chats for stocks? I don't know.
Yeah. You guys have a CMT charter holder.
No, there's no super
go on CNBC one of these days, and that should be fun.
I got one. Hold up, let me find it. It's Spotify.
Oh hell yeah, let's check it out. It's been a while since I've analyzed Spot. Okay, so Spotify held the trend line. I think I drew a trend right over here. I'd be bearish if it broke it. It's almost broken it. ADX is showing that it might chop for a bit. Man, this is crazy. This is a good trend. You can see the 200-day moving average moving higher. You can just kind of put a ruler.
It's looking good. It's looking fucking good, right?
It's looking good. I would just say watch out for the lower highs. As long as those lower highs are in place, it could break down. But if you get above today's high, that's just another breakout because this would be like a higher low pivot within the trend. So all right. I would just say bullish above today's high, bearish beneath today's low. It's at a critical spot.
Chipotle.
Oh, CMG. Did they split yet? They should have. No, not yet. Not yet. 50-1.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
On June 26th. So if you own one share, you're going to get 50 shares on June 6th. The value's not going to change or anything like that. But the perception of the stock tends to, people tend to buy more of the stock because they can afford it. It attracts retail investors.
More action and options because they're,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The liquidity is much better. Like the liquidity is ass right now in Chipotle. Like, do you really want to pay like this much money? Like you'd have to pay $600 to pay the spread.
Just to that's what I'm saying.
Get out.
It's like they know that. That's why they're splitting.
Hell yeah. I love it. It's an all-time high breakout with the flat top. You got a rise in volume. ADX is saying we might just chop for a bit, but that's no problem if you're selling options or if you're just long shares. I would wait until after the split, and then I'd be really interested in trading. If I was going to invest in Chipotle, which sadly I'm not, I haven't invested in Chipotle, but the 200-day is pretty good. The 200-day. They have
Okay.
good pricing power. People will pay for Chipotle.
Yeah,
what.
yeah. Alphabet.
Oh, Google. Google's actually my largest position. So, and
Really?
we are probably near that fair value target on Google. A lot of different analysts have different price targets, but Morningstar's is about 177. We're at 175. I think Google, for me, it's a buy at the 200-day. That's just a healthy uptrend. It might be top heavy. This is tricky. Again, I hate saying just range bound, but range bound. We probably don't go too much higher, probably don't go too much lower. It's those summer type of markets.
Okay. Last one, Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. I love Netflix. I'm bullish Netflix on this.
Yeah, I got a nice size Netflix position.
Excellent. Netflix, again, pricing power. People, it's a sticky business, so people don't cancel. I really like this flat top. Last time we talked, we mentioned this bull flag. It could have broken down too, but it did break upwards.
Yeah.
We do have this flat top. I really like that. All we need now is a breakout on volume. And if you want to, since we have the ADX up, wait for the ADX to break out. And you could probably see a doubling of the range. So this range here, it's about 5%. You could see Netflix run for about 4 to 5% upwards. And you target that like 690 to 700 area. If Netflix can break above 664, and ideally it has the SPY to kind of like help it up.
Yeah. All right. So I got this 2 stocks I think would be good shorts, right? Check me out.
Let's check it out.
Tesla and SD, right? Because if SPY's at all-time high,
yeah,
NASDAQ's at all-time high, and these guys keep going lower. Imagine when SPY goes low.
Exactly.
Imagine a down day on the SPY or a correction.
Oh yeah. So like this is really interesting because Tesla, you got tons of different analysts with varying opinions. So we got Kathy Wood, who says Tesla's, worth over $1,000 a share and will be in a couple of years. So Kathy's bullish.
We can if we just had an inverse Kathy Wood index, we'd be balling.
Oh, we do. It's called S-ARC, short arc.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There is so it's just an inverse of all her positions.
Yep. So this goes up. This goes up when Kathy Wood fucks up. So, this one kind of consolidating. We could break out short Kathy Wood.
Yeah.
ARKK. Again, that's down. That's kind of just flopping around.
But like Tesla and SD though, like they both the charts look awful. So the charts look awful. Why the broad index look great.
Exactly. You can take a look at the relative strength compared to the SPX. That's this bottom green line over here. This is a monthly chart of Tesla. So, again, going from $50 a share to $414, back down to 100, up to 300, down to 150.
Come on, man.
It's, Tesla, if it's holding short term above 177, it could find support and maybe test 200 or the 200-day. I don't think it's worth holding on to Tesla much past that unless like some crazy new developments come with like the robo-taxis and stuff. All right. Tesla's definitely a short, in my opinion, if it breaks underneath 168, 169, because that would kind of confirm that breakdown. We were in this range for a long period of time. Tesla broke down. It didn't do it on a lot of volume, so it kind of just flopped up. Elon Musk, was approved his pay package. That's bullish news, bullish reaction, I guess. So I would wait for 172 to potentially short on Tesla, and I would target this gap fill at like 144. Okay. I don't want to give too many like insider tips, but the CMT Association, they are bearish on Tesla. A lot of the articles that I've read, they see 50% downside or more. So that is.
So I'm on the right track, is what I hear.
Yeah.
Right. And Etsy, man, Etsy chart look like shit.
Oh, Etsy, not eBay.
Yeah, Etsy.
ETXY. Oh, yes, this one's the one. I like Etsy short better than Tesla just because of the trend. This kind of looks like, sorry, to just go off topic, Zoom. This kind of looks like Zoom stock. Who the hell use? I mean, I guess people still use Zoom, but
yeah, I use Zoom every day.
There you go. Yeah. Etsy though, this looks bearish. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, The trickiest thing is just finding like a risk-friendly entry. You know, you have that consolidation that broke down. You've got
200-day looks like a good.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would even say before then, like 63.78, because that's testing the former breakdown area. You do have a little bit of volume confirmation, not a lot, but a little. Yeah, I would say, you know, lots of buyers are trapped, lower high pivots, and yeah, the trend is down. It's just now coming down to like an entry. If you're a savage and don't care about going through a little bit of drawdown, you could potentially look at leap put options when the skew is pretty good. I would look at some.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
I would look at something like 2026, June 18th, 2026. And I would take a look at probably like the
June what?
June. Sorry, I'm getting my strikes all messed up. This is crazy. Okay, here we go. June 2026. I can also text this to you.
Yeah.
I would try and find a good limit at like the 40 strike put. See if you can get this shit bankrupt. I hope every business does well, but we're just market technicians.
Hey man, I'm just trying to get this money, man.
Exactly. Well, what's cool about leap put options on weak stocks are that you can hedge your overall portfolio. So the rest of your good stocks are going up. And then if there's a big correction or a crash, you got some leap puts that'll make you some money and dampen the blow.
But this is going down even as it's like inverse the fucking SPY.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at the relative strength compared to the SPX.
Come on, man.
Trashed.
So imagine when the SPY goes down, what's going to happen to this shit?
It's just like going to just create a waterfall.
Like that's what I'm thinking. That's my hypothesis.
I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing at $20 or bankrupt. It might take a little bit longer. It takes a long time for stock companies to go bankrupt. It's rare, but if you can catch just a few of those, it's kind of like catching a home run call option to the upside. So I really like the Etsy short better than the Tesla short, but that's just my opinion.
Hey, listen. That's what I asked for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted for. I think you do got a super chat.
Oh.
I think one just came in.
Bring it up. What do we got here?
From
Let me pull it up.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Next time.
He just wanted to give you some props though.
Oh, thank you.
We'll read it.
Much love, much respect.
All right, cool. All right, man. That's all I got, Greg.
Yeah, that's all I got too. It was a really important lesson today on risk management. Accept the risk, accept the loss up front. Then it's just nothing but upside from there.
Yeah, 100%. All right, cool, man. Yo, thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. All right, shout out to Young Candlestick. We got some more super chat. We do got some super chats though. I know that much. Oh, we can't hear her. Oh, I hear her now. There
Can you hear me now?
I hear you, girl. Yeah, I hear you now, girl.
We have can I get a pallet of Thot repellent?
We working on it, man. We work. Nima,
soon.
We'll
have pre-orders. So
the streets want it, man. Pre-orders going to be before it launches.
We have Davos. How are you able to work out multiple times a day without getting injured? Like, do you stretch or take creatine or things like that?
I've been taking creatine every day since I was about 16 years old. I take like 10 grams a day. Some people always fucking shit on me when I say 10 grams a day. Because I know a lot of the data says 5. But yo, the homie Andrew Huber, man, he was saying, yo, if he was saying 10 grams a day, Huberman, look it up. I know sometimes you got to hear, I get it. Sometimes you got to hear a white man say it before you believe it. Somebody say if a white man says it, then you believe it. So Huberman said it, man. That's how you know. But I work out multiple times a day, but it's not more volume. They're not longer than your workouts, right? So I work out either 2 30-minute sessions or 3 20-minute sessions. And the reason I do that is because when you're doing anything physical, the intensity will start to dwindle as the duration increases. You get what I'm saying? This is why fighters are fucking tired at the end of a 12-round fight, right? I don't care what kind of shape the motherfucker is in. He does not have as much energy at round 12 as he did at round 1, right? So if the beginning of the workout is more intense, then if I do three short workouts per day, I have 3 beginnings, right? So even though I'm working out the same amount of time as the average person, it's more intense because I only get the first part. Then I fucking rest for a few hours, let my body recover. Especially your central nervous system needs to recover, especially when you only do mostly do compound exercises like me, right? So I get to recover, I get to eat, get some energy, boom, 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 and then a few hours later, hit it again. All right, but I'm back at peak intensity. You get what I'm saying? Then I recover, do something else, get it in, then boom, peak intensity. You get what I'm saying? This is very important. I mean, listen, you don't have to do that, and it probably won't work for most people, especially if you have to commute to the gym. Most of the time when I work out in my building. I just go downstairs. I got a private elevator. I ain't even got to wait to get down there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm down there in like 3 minutes, and I just wear my workout clothes all day, and I don't need 3 showers because I don't really sweat too much. I take 2 showers a day, sometimes 3. Well, I take a shower in the morning, take a shower at night, and I'm good, but I don't sweat as much unless I do cardio. And that's why I save my cardio to the end. So when I said workout, I was talking about weightlifting sessions. I may do cardio at the end of that last session where I will sweat, but that's right before my last shower of the day. And then there's one more cardio session, you know what I'm saying, before I go to sleep. You feel me? Bedroom cardio session. So if we were talking, now we're talking 5. Now we're talking about 4 or 5 workouts a day. You feel me? But that's how it works. I do not stretch. That's not advice. I just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not advice. I just don't. What else we got?
We have Angelo. Is it better to read books on one skill subject or become well-rounded and read about various topic skills?
This is important. Well, it depends on where you are, right? If you're just starting to learn about something, or you're trying to figure out what to do, then you might need to learn topics. You might need a wide range of knowledge, right? But if you know what you're doing and you need to master that skill, then it stands to reason it's probably more beneficial for you to read multiple books on that same topic, so you can get so you can go deep instead of wide. Pause. And so you can go deep on that topic, no diddy. And that way you'll really learn it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you spent a few months reading on the same topic over and over again, you know it better than almost everyone. You know, like you would really know it. Like let's say you wanted to learn about economics, macroeconomics, right? Well, economics is a broad subject, right? So you can read a bunch of different books on economics, and it doesn't mean you're going real deep. It's deeper than like broad knowledge. But let's say I wanted to learn about macroeconomics or microeconomics. You pick one, right? Microeconomics. Well, bam, you read a bunch of books on that, then you'll really have it. You know, you'll really know it. Then you'll because if you're just skimming a bunch of topics, that's cool if you're trying to learn. If you're trying to just increase your knowledge base, but you'll be what's called a dilettante, meaning you know a little bit about some shit, right? Because you read one book on a topic, you don't mean you a master of it, you know. And you'll be, you know, that those people are the worst. They can become dilettantes, can become subject to something called I'm pronouncing this wrong. The Dunning-Kruger effect, where a motherfucker thinks he knows a lot about something, but he doesn't. You feel me? Yo, I was at, and you look stupid in front of people who really know it because you're speaking on a very surface level, and motherfuckers who really know it be like, oh, this motherfucker know what he's talking about. You know, for example, I was eating with some friends a few days ago, and we were talking about weather, and somebody asked me a question about weather. I was like, hey, listen, I'm not a meteorologist. And shorty, and everybody started laughing. And one of the chicks said, after everyone started laughing, she said, Meteorologist. We're not talking about meteors. And I was like, she was so stupid that she didn't understand. She was so stupid, she thought I was stupid. And I just let it go, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I found it funny. You know what I'm saying? Meteorologists do not study meteors. All right. But it was funny, right? You don't want to be that. You want to be that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. What was that sound? Okay. What other questions we got?
We have plays that pay.
All right.
Top 5 marketing books for selling on Instagram.
There's not a lot of books on selling on Instagram. And selling on Instagram can mean various things, right? There's a lot of different methods to sell on Instagram, right? You can send someone straight to a link where they can buy. You can send somebody to or you can send somebody to get on a sales call with you, right? Where they would buy, and they're both. It all depends, right? So when it comes to, I think I have to break this down a little bit. Just sell. Okay, how are you going to sell? This is something you should know. The selling mechanism depends on a few things. Let's see. Is that shit hooking up? You see my iPad? Let's give it some time. Nah. Not yet. Oh, I got to plug it all the way in. Sometimes you think it's in and it's not. You got some of you fellas. All right, let's get serious. All right. So the selling mechanism kind of depends on, let's say, how do I want to draw this graph, right? So you have, there's a few things, right? Okay, let me pick a different graph. How do I want to write this? I didn't practice it. This is freestyle. It's off the head, man. It's off the dome. So one, we can go with price, right? Yeah, we can do it with price. So if the price is like super high, or the price is like super low, right? Yeah, this is good. Okay, so the price, you might need a different tactic, right? As the price goes up, you may have to change your selling strategy. You get what I'm saying? So if we go to this graph like this with the high price, you might have to, I think I can do another axis. Okay, let me change it. My fault. I know how I want to do this. Sorry, guys. I usually rehearse my graphs before I do it. All right. So this one is going to be price. And here is going to be credibility. I'm sweating bullets, hoping I spell it right. All right. And this is going to be this is going to be like high. This is going to be low. This is going to be high. This is going to be low. Right. So if the price is high, if the price is low, right? And you have, this graph is more complicated than I want. All right, ignore the credibility part. I'm gonna get this, guys. Just bear with me. Ignore the credibility for right now. Right, we're just gonna go with price. Right. So this is selling on Instagram too, right? So if your price is super low, right, then you could probably just do like a link in the bio, right? But if the price is, and as the price goes up, you might have to have like a sales page, like a really good sales page, or maybe like a sales video, right? Sales page. And this is like really good, right? Now, if the price is super high, then you can sell on Instagram. Then they might have to. You're gonna have to do like a call, and that's either on Zoom or on the phone. Call like Zoom or phone, right? Now, if the price is fucking ridiculous, you might have to meet that person in person, right? So, like real estate agents, you know, they might show a listing on Instagram and they tell you to DM them if you're interested. You DM them, you still got to meet them in person. Ain't nobody buying mansions from a link in the bio. Ain't nobody buying mansions off Zoom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like price depends on the selling strategy. Now, here's where it gets weird. Here's where it gets weird. Credibility. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Credibility changes things, right? So, for example, when I teach my students online trainers in HCT, they got cred. Oh. Right. Let's say the credibility is super high. Move this. Okay, look, before I get into this, like my students in HTT, high ticket trainer, when I teach them how to sell, I tell them to get on a call, right? Because a lot of these guys are just starting out, right? They don't have as much credibility, right? They're promoting people, and then they talk to them in the DMs, and they get or have them fill out an application, and they get on a call for them to sell, right? However, let's say The Rock, this credibility is going to be high, it's going to be low, right? So if The Rock can say, yo, I'm doing online training, and he'll just put a link in his bio, straight, no sales page, nothing, just a link to buy. The Rock could do that shit and sell out today. You feel me? Schwarzenegger said, yo, I'm taking on some online clients. He can charge a crazy amount, just put a link to buy. No fucking sales page, nothing. You feel me? So credibility kind of changes things. And I'm not exactly sure how to graph this out. I'm going to be honest with you. Right? But
you probably push up, right? So where you have sales,
yeah.
If you do it, you'll be still link in bio.
Right, but the prices. Yeah, I don't know how to draw this graph. I fucked up, man. Listen, I was trying to freestyle a graph and it ain't work. So credibility what I'm saying is credibility changes things. It fucks shit up. Right. So if your credibility is high, then you can sell a high. Oh, it can be in reverse. It can be in reverse. Right. So if your credibility is low. Yeah. If your credibility is low and you're selling something cheap, then you got to do that shit in person. Right? You know, and if your credibility is a little bit fucking regular, if your credibility is still kind of bad but not good, and your shit is low, man, then you probably got to do a fucking your ass got to do a call. I mean, yeah. Wait, but it's okay. It's the wrong direction. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Yo, I'm so sorry, guys. Yo, this is how I do it. I do it. What you guys are also watching is a graph making lesson. That's good. This is how I do the. So we're gonna change it. We're gonna make the credibility high. We're gonna make the credibility high over on this axis and low on this axis. Got it. That's what we're gonna do. No, I still don't know how to do this. I'm sorry. I'm fucking up, man. You guys understand what I'm trying to say. Let's just forget about all this. This is average. I tried, man. It'd be like this when I'm coming up with graphs. I thought I can do it on the spot, but I couldn't. Anyway, we're just gonna go with this. However, if your credibility is higher, then you can get away with more shit, is what I'm trying to say. And I can't think of, I don't know no books on this. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I was trying to fucking write the book for you in real time. I thought I could freestyle a book for you, man. But you know, sometimes I fail. I'm not, listen, contrary to popular belief, I am not perfect. But it's a good idea. I'm gonna make that graph. I'm gonna sit down with that graph. But when I make graphs, I fuck up mad times. I thought I could freestyle. Fuck. All right. What else we got?
We have Z the Man here.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, I'm your fan number 1. Please send few people my way. I created my channel to spread positivity. Respect, BBC.
All right. Listen, I don't know what you. All right. So here's the thing. First of all, congratulations on being the #1 fan. There's a lot of competition there. All right. You know what I'm saying? If you truly have rise through the ranks, you know what I'm saying? Then a major way to being #1 out of all the people, all the fans, then it's definitely dope. Yeah, check out my man's page, see what he's talking about, man. It look like his shit is in Spanish. Nah, it's in English. He just has some Spanish subtitles. See. All right. Shout out to him, man. Here's how you grow your channel, though. If you're trying to grow your channel, man, what you want to do is focus on shorts. You want to focus on shorts, man, and like really go hard with them, right? And I'm looking at your channel now. You only got a few videos up there, so you know you ain't going to. You got 26 videos, right? So you ain't. I've never seen somebody get. It's very rare that somebody gets a big channel without at least 1,000 videos, right? So I remember one of my students in HCT, he wanted to grow his channel, and I was like, listen, just make shorts every day. And his name's Corey Armstrong, and within 2 years he got 250,000 subscribers, and he's doing well. He's getting money, he's getting clients from his channel, man. So that's how you really grow it, right? Focus on shorts, 2-3 a day. You know what I'm saying? It's be a full-time job, you know, but you can do it. All right.
We have the Havoc podcast. The Legion is a G and is worth every penny. Anyone that wants to take trading seriously needs to join it. Also, best networking events.
I have a video on networking. I feel like networking is really overrated. Like straight up, networking is super overrated. It only starts to work once you got shit popping. You got you got a lot to offer. But if you got a lot to offer, do you really need networking, right? You know, that's something I don't go out of my way to network. I never have. And a lot of that is me being arrogant. I'm gonna be honest with you, but this is how I learned this. I was like, man, fuck it, I don't need nobody. I'm gonna do this shit myself. And it worked. You know what I'm saying? People are, you know, especially it depends on what city you in. Like a city like Miami, like people are really into networking. But the people who are the most into networking, man, they be making the less progress within a year, unless your business is built off networking. For example, like Fresh and Fit, one of the ways they were able to get big was they would get a bunch of people who already had big followings on their podcasts. You get what I'm saying? And that way their fans come over there. Right. And that is a strategy that works. And then when they went over there, though, they also had like 50 bitches there. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how many bodies they got. And then Myron would go viral, kicking hoes off the show and shit, you know. Shout out to them. Don DeMarco. And it definitely helped catapult them, right? Other than that, I don't really know how that shit helps, man. Honestly, I don't think that shit helps a whole lot. Like the best thing, networking works the best when you have something to offer. But when you have something to offer, you don't need networking works the best for people who don't need to network. Isn't that fucking crazy? Right? Networking works the best for people who don't need to network. When Fresh and Fit first started, man, I'm telling you, man, the first year or two, Myron would hit me up all the time. Like, can you reach out to this person to get them on the show? And I would reach out to them. And I got a few people on the show. Some motherfuckers was like, nah, I ain't going on that. Some was like, yeah, let me do it, you know? And now when people ask me to hit up Myron to get on the show. And I hit Myron up, he'd be like, yo, man, shit, that motherfucker ain't got no following. Tell him it's 20 grand. You know what I'm saying? And there have been some people who paid. I'm gonna leave it out. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But now he's got it popping, right? Networking works the best for people who don't need it. Because if you need it, then you don't have nothing to offer to the network, and you're just extracting value. I don't know. Get your shit popping to the point where you don't need the network. Then it'll be easy to network. I'm gonna be honest. That's the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the real shit. And when you're really popping, you won't even have time to network. You know how many times people reach out to fucking me, like, yo, man, I got these people who want to get with you, and I just don't even have time to link with these motherfuckers, you know, because I got it popping already. But you could join masterminds. You could go to networking events. I guess I ain't never did that shit, unless I was asked to speak at it. But joining masterminds will help. That's one way that will help, because you'll learn something. And I speak at my boys' mastermind, but you know, and the people I met there, I've actually made money with. So there's that. But I got it popping already.
He has a follow-up. I've gotten 80% of my clients off networking. Any tips on how to build authority in the HVAC space? I get them leads and HVAC installs. HVAC is my niche. Okay.
Let's find out what HVAC is, everyone. I don't know what it is. Oh, air conditioning. It's air conditioning shit. Oh man, you install. Okay. Now I see what you're doing. Okay. All right. Well, here's the thing. So that actually works with what I'm saying. Like he actually has something to offer to people. He has something that he can help people with. Shit, man. So there is a strategy. I know some people who do like B2B shit. And what they would do is, I don't know if this helps you, but I've seen this strategy work. Like for people who run ads for other people, or people who help coaches with leads or some shit like that, or people when it's B2B, people join masterminds and then get clients from the mastermind. You know, and that's a strategy that fucking works, bro. That's a strategy that works. I speak at my boy Jeremy's mastermind all the time, and I've hired 2 people from that mastermind. No, we're on the third one. The third person I've hired from the mastermind, Gabe. Gabe is in Jeremy's mastermind. Yeah. And so that is a strategy that works. I don't know if it's applicable to your niche. I'm gonna be honest with you. You might want to fucking kick it with real estate agents and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. What else we got?
We have Khaled with Egyptian money.
All right.
We have RH.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, BBC, I work 60 to 70 hours a week on 2 full-time jobs. I want to start a service biz in AI. Any advice how to fit in? I already use calendar. Oh,
how to fit in the time. All right, yeah, the calendar, you got to be strict with it. 2 full-time jobs. I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. 80 hours a week is about the max I've seen people work consistently. Like I did, like that's about the max. I probably work between 60 and 70 hours a week now, if I was to add it all up. And you only got 10 to 20 hours left, right? Where you can really fucking do it, you know, and be consistent with it. You can get more hours if you did some, but I've never seen nobody work more than that for more than like a month or 2, right? Like some crunch time shit. Because then you will get burnt out. But 80 hours seems to be the limit. Now you rushing, I think, from the backwards letters in your name, it lets me know you rushing or maybe rushing. So you might be able to take
Yan. His name is Yan.
Yeah, all right. It's Cyric. I don't know what he said, man. Oh, and I don't know what Cyric is. If that is Russian, you might be able to get another 10 hours. Because Russians fight bears and shit, you know, for fun. So you might have another hour or two. You might have another few hours in you. Yes, you just got to know it's gonna be slow, and that's okay, right? You know, it doesn't matter how fast you go, as long as you can be patient and you can be consistent, and just know it's because you're gonna be able to put in less hours per week. You got to understand it's gonna take you longer, and you got to go into it knowing, you know, oh, he's from the Ukraine. Yo, man, I'm right there. I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? Striking distance. Insane in the Ukraine, you know? Yeah, no. I mean, so you got like 10, 20 hours max to put into that business. And you just got to know that it's going to be slow, right? Because you got those 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've rarely seen somebody be able to work more than 80 hours consistently. I've never seen it. No one able to do it consistently, you know. So just know it's going to be a little slower, and that's okay. Right. Listen, man, I don't have time to get into I had a whole like lesson plan today, but there was so many super chats. I just love talking to y'all, and then Young Candlestick, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna save today's lesson for tomorrow, for Tuesday. Are we doing Tuesday? Tuesday. All right. So listen, the lesson for next week, man, we're gonna get today's lesson. It's gonna be fucking fire. You know what I'm saying? I hope we had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I love answering your questions, answering your super chats, you know. Listen, before you leave, make sure you subscribe to Big Money Methods. The link is in the description. It's the free newsletter that give you methods to make big money, right? Twice a week, you're gonna get emailed articles for free written by me and my homies, Chris, one of my top salespeople. He's been with me for a few years, and the homie Sean. He's like the head copywriter here at HTT. I called him Sean. I meant to call him Scene. I did not mean to fall victim to that. But yeah, definitely you want to subscribe to that. It's 100% free. Help you learn some methods to get big money. Join the Discord. The Victory Unit Discord. I got a free course in there. Remember, there's a direct hit course in there, which is a free fat loss course that I used to sell for $200. All right. I made a lot of money off that shit, and I'm giving it to y'all for free. I repackaged it. All right. When you watch the video for it that's in there, I made that during the pandemic last year when the gyms were closed, and I gave it out for free for the pandemic. So I'm referencing the pandemic, but yo, you might be in a body fat pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's still going to work. All right. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? There's some, you work. It's like follow along workouts with me, like Insanity. Right. There's some fucking bad bitches working out behind me too. So I know some of y'all like that shit too, you know? And, but they white though. I know, gross, but some of y'all would be into that. All right. And, some of y'all be into it. I know my market. You know what I'm saying? And once we get over once we get 200 Victinators in the Discord, we're gonna drop the free sales and persuasion course. It's gonna be badass. It's gonna be free. All right. I'll see y'all. We do this every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Tuesday and Thursday. I'll let y'all. Peace.